Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. First and foremost, I'm back. Thank you so kindly for all the well wishing. Got out from hospital today. I've got to say it's singly the most unpleasant experience I've ever had, but hey ho. Today's one, and I really wanted to do this at the beginning of the year and I didn't get the opportunity to. Because I forgot, I'm so busy to be fair. This one is specifically aimed at UK shooters because at the beginning of the year new general licence has come in for the quarry, what we're allowed to shoot with our air rifles. Right, this one might this might be of interest to you guys from other countries other than the UK, for the bureaucracy what we have to go through here, for the things what we are allowed to shoot and what we're not, and things we have to ensure to be able to stay legal when we do go hunting and pest controlling and all the rest of it. So as this seems to blow not minds, especially of our US cousins, not so much from Europe but certainly from the States. The UK is not England, but England is part of the UK. United Kingdom of Great Britain is basically 4 different countries with their own government. Westminster in London does control a lot of key areas, but we have devolved governments in those countries. So basically we have England, and then to the west of England we have Wales, to the north of England we have Scotland, and to the extreme west across the Irish Sea we have Northern Ireland, which is on the Isle of Ireland but is part of the UK. Not going into the politics there, but it is considered part of the UK. So in each of those devolved government areas there'll be different legislation for shooting various quarry species. It's not all the same across the board, there's some big differences, and what happens is every 1st of January the licences either kept the same or amended by adding various birds to it, or some of them are removed. Recently, well, not that recent, but certainly in the last 2 years, like we've had Eurasian collared doves taken off the board completely, right across all the UK countries, England, Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland. So we can't legally shoot them on a general licence, but we can apply for individual licence if they are causing a problem. Madness, but hey ho. Right, basically there are 3 general licences in England. They're General Licence 40, General Licence 41 and General Licence 42, and they outline the circumstances where each of the quarry species are mentioned, we can shoot them under. Broadly speaking, Scotland and Wales and Northern Ireland, even though their general licences are called a different thing, that they broadly fall under the same category, and the categories are basically protection of flora, fauna and like birds of conservation status. And then we have the next one would be health and safety and taken up to prevent the spread of diseases and slips, trips, falls, like for feral pigeons and things like that. So it's for public health and safety basically. And then the final one is protection of crops, and I'll put that loosely because like different countries other than England will have their own particular word, and so what I'm saying for anyone from the UK, bear in mind we're in the new year now, so it's your legal responsibility if you're hunting to go out, either go on your relevant government website or go on the BASC, which is British Association of Shooting and Conservation website, and they'll show you what is permissible to shoot and when, and the reason behind it being able to shoot them basically. So without further ado, I'll just go into them. This is basically one of my viewers asked me to do this little video, so I'll run through it. Right. First and foremost, we'll go through the corvids to start with. We have the carrion crow. You can shoot that in England, Wales and Scotland, but not Northern Ireland. Don't ask. Next up is the hooded crow, which this is like the bureaucracy we face in the UK. The hooded crow is a subspecies of a carrion crow. They look different in that a carrion crow is jet black from right the way through, where a hooded crow will have a black hood and grey feathers on the breast and on the wings and on the rear, like the back of the bird. However, like I say, they are a subspecies, so I'd love this to one day get challenged in court, because carrion crows and hooded crows, where their ranges overlap, they will interbreed. So where does their offspring come into it? Does a hooded crow then become a carrion crow, or does a carrion crow then becomes a hooded crow? Interesting, but that's beyond my pay grade, should we say, as for someone to challenge one day in court. Maybe BASC can challenge it. So the hooded crow, you can shoot them in Scotland and Northern Ireland, but you can't shoot them in Wales or England, even though they're very numerous on the north of England, like Northumbria and places like that. You'll get hooded crows and carrion crows all mingling in together. So next we have the rook. The rook looks very similar to a carrion crow, fairly large crow. Main difference is the rook, instead of having a full black feathered beak, should we say, a rook has almost like, looks like it's got a bald face almost. It has a white piece above its like nostrils as such on its beak. Rooks, you can shoot them in Northern Ireland and England. Next is a jackdaw. That's a small crow, slightly smaller than a wood pigeon. Grey and black in colour, has almost white or grey eyes. You can shoot these in England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland under different sections of different general licences, but make sure you stay legal, guys. Make sure you shoot them for the right reason. Next is jays. These are a fairly good looking crow, but I do not like them one little bit, and these can be shot in England and Scotland. I shoot jays because they are absolute menaces on woodland birds. They'll just come breeding season, they comb through the hedgerows. I've seen them literally wipe out whole broods of nestlings. And the woods where I shoot, we do have fairly rare birds in there of high conservation status, and it's most heartbreaking when you see the jays go through there and take out the small songbirds. So I shoot them, and I look past their pretty plumage, should I say, and I see them for what the villain they are. Next, magpies. These can be shot in England, Scotland and Northern Ireland, but not Wales. I believe they took off the Welsh general licence about a year ago, could have been longer, but no longer permissible to shoot magpies in Wales. Absolute madness if you ask me, but hey ho. Next is an Indian house crow. Now I pride myself in knowing just about, I can identify pretty much every bird in the UK. I love bird watching and stuff, but I've never heard of an Indian house crow. It's an invasive species, but it can be shot in England under 2 of the general licences, but I've never seen one, and I had to actually Google it to find out what it was. Like I say, I've never seen one. It's a dark coloured crow, in between the size of a jackdaw and a carrion crow, but like I say, I've never seen one. Certainly not in East Anglia anyway. I've never seen them. Next, feral pigeons. You can shoot these in England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland under various general licences. And wood pigeons, again, you can shoot them across the 4 countries. You can shoot them in England, Scotland and Wales and Northern Ireland. So that's give you a brief summary of them. But what you need to do is to stay legal, guys. Make sure you're authorised to shoot them under a general licence when you do it. And by that I mean, if you're in an urban environment, should we say, and a jay comes and lands on your bird feeder in the midst of winter and you shot it, it would be awfully difficult to convince the prosecuting authorities that you were legally shooting that under the general licence for the protection of birds of songbirds of conservation concerns, should we say. So just because all these birds I've listed on there, you can legally shoot them. They can only be legally shot in some circumstances, and usually as a last resort as well. Like any other methods you've tried to deter them have failed. You can only literally shoot them as last resort. So it's not a carte blanche to go out and shoot these. Wood pigeon, it's really strange. In all the 4 countries you can shoot them, for crop protection and stuff. If they're not causing problems to a crop on your land, you can't legally shoot it, even though they're very tasty and very delicious. You can't shoot them for food. You can shoot them under general licence for crop protection, and you can eat them, but it doesn't mean that you can just go out willy-nilly and shoot them for food. That wouldn't be covered by general licence. There are some funny ones on general licence. Like I say, guys, I've just mentioned the ones what I'd consider airgun quarry. But on general licence we have a Canada goose as well. We can shoot Canada geese in England, Scotland and Wales, but not Northern Ireland, and it always makes me chuckle, because I often wonder to myself, what did poor old Canada Goose do to offend, and he put on to offend whatever politician or government department to have them put on a general licence. Most geese are shot under their like wildfowl and they have a like closed season and stuff, and they're shot literally as a source of food, not as pest control. But also we've got like Egyptian geese on there as well. But it just makes me laugh that I don't know what the Scottish and the English and the Welsh have against Canada geese, and like not the Northern Irish, but hey ho. I digress, I'm going off on places here, guys. Sorry, I'm probably off my face and my meds still. What else do we have? Animal wise, I tried to look up on the government website what mammals we could legally shoot with 12, this is with 12-foot-pound air rifles, and I could find the English ones, but I couldn't find the stuff for Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland, but I believe they'd be broadly similar anyway. So the ones we have, two mustelids, which are stoats and mink, you can shoot them, and shoot brown rats, we can shoot rabbits, and we can shoot grey squirrels. I would say it would be permissible to shoot house mice as well, but I presume like that's not, I don't know, you can track them, but they're certainly considered vermin, so if you had a problem with mice you'd be legally entitled to shoot them if they're house mice, but it's something for you to check up on your relevant sort of country where you shoot them, if you're in Scotland or Wales or whatever. So yeah, so just a quick one, guys. Like I say, I wanted to put this one out. As you, for you guys across other parts of the world, you can see it. We can't, us in the UK, we're very restricted on what we can and can't hunt, and the reasons behind everything we have to shoot. And it may be of interest as well, like for the birds we shoot under general licences, the police can actually stop you if they find you with these or see you shooting these, and question you to find out what general licence, and you need to be able to provide the reason you're shooting and be able to demonstrate whatever damage or the reason of the general licence you're shooting them under, and any measures you've taken to show that shooting was the last resort, or it was the only practical way, should I say, of controlling the numbers or stop the whatever bird from causing whatever damage it was doing. So yeah, we if you thought our firearm laws in the UK are absolutely nuts, our shooting live quarry stuff are even more so. It seems like the UK loves bureaucracy, but hey ho, it is what it is, and it's us being responsible air gunners, we have to adhere to the law, because if you breach any of these things, in worst case scenarios you could find yourself being put in prison depending on what you've shot or where you've shot it. You could find, if you commit a wildlife crime and found guilty of it, at the bare minimum you're looking at a damn big fine at the bare minimum, and I can almost guarantee the prosecuting authority will ask to have your rifle confiscated from you, and if you're also an FAC holder, you get commit a wildlife offence, you can guarantee that you'll get your certificate revoked. So what I'm saying, guys, is gin up on these. I'll give you a brief overview, gin up on it, and keep legal, keep safe, don't give an excuse. And with that, guys, like I say, thanks for your well wishing, and I will be out as soon as I can walk properly, because I'm not even going to go into everything, but I'm full of holes at the moment, and it's incredibly even uncomfortable sitting down. It's amazing how the way people get to people, well, the way they get to your heart now is not necessarily straight through your chest, and it's not very pleasant, should we say. I will be doing a video as soon as I'm fit enough and can walk far enough. I will be getting out and doing a video with a Zulus and this 57. I've got my buddy putting plenty of peanuts and sunflower seeds down in a squirrel feeder, so I'm hoping I'll get onto that soon, and yeah, we'll see where we go from there. As always guys, keep safe, a happy shooting, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers guys.